She got her own house. She got her own house. She got her own house. Hey family, welcome back to my channel. So some events just unfolded yesterday, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So I know that I just posted a video yesterday and I generally only post once a week, but this is some new things that have happened to me over the past 24 hours, and I don't know who else to talk to it about because I feel the only people that understand me are my Naca family. So I definitely need to vent to you guys and pull on you guys for love and support and encouragement. But anyway, so my MC called me last week out the blue, and she was basically saying, hey, we're getting close to the time for you to, be done with your house. So we need to start updating your file. It's time for us to go ahead and start updating your file and, get you prepared for closing. So she was like, it's been almost a year since you've been under contract. So we're going to pretty much need to do everything. We're going to need your landlord to do a VOR. We're going to need your pay stubs. We're going to need a new credit report. We're going to need your bank statement. So all of the general stuff, you guys, you would need to upload anyway. And so I was like, okay, I can get that to you. She was like, I'm going to be out of the office on Thursday. So just have everything ready for me on Friday and I'll get you submitted to the underwriter. I'm like, okay, perfect. I can do that. So fast forward to yesterday morning. The underwriter actually emails me directly. This isn't the first time that the underwriter actually emailed me directly. The underwriter emailed me directly, I guess maybe a few months back when I first went through the bank application process. But the underwriter was saying, hey, I need your bank statements and your pay stubs and your VOR. And I was like, okay, I wrote him back pretty quickly. Like, here's all my information. It's been uploaded. And he was like, hey, I can't find it. And then I realized, so FYI, if the underwriter ever emails you and asks for something, make sure that you upload it to the condition that's on your web file and not to the uploaded documents tab that we've gone through, multiple times on one of my videos. Don't upload it there. Upload it into the actual condition so that he can get it immediately or that she could get it immediately. So I went back again. I uploaded everything again. And he was like, I'm still missing your pay stubs. And I was like, well, I just uploaded it. And so he came back to me. He was like, oh, I didn't realize that you got a new job. When was your last day at your old job? We're going to need a new VOE. I told him when my last day was. I was like, I started my new job in January. Here's a letter of employment. Oh, and he also said, he said, we're going to also need a VOE and something to verify that you work remotely. Okay, remember guys, if you watched my last video about changing jobs during the Naca process, you will know that I work remotely now. So I got a letter of employment from my company. I'd already had it, back probably when I made that video, when I posted that video, I requested that information. Then I was just holding on to it because my MC told me at the time, nothing really needed to be done. So I went ahead and I uploaded that to the condition and I said, I'm still waiting on the work number report, the employment data report. I'll upload that as soon as it's available. And so he came back. He was like, no need. The letter of employment that you submitted from your job, it told all the information. It told your start date, how much you made, and it verified that you worked remotely. So I think we're going to be fine. And he just casually slides in there, y'all. We are only going to use your base pay because you haven't been on this job for a full year, but I've sent your information over to Bank of America. And I'm like, what? I literally had to stop what I was doing because I'm like, there's no way that I just read this correctly. And I was reading the email on my phone. So I immediately got up. I went to my laptop and I was like, okay, let me read this again. And sure enough, he told me that the income pretty much that I used to qualify for my home last year when I had my last job is no longer going to be valid because I have not been on that job for 12 months. So I wrote him back immediately and I was like, hey, I qualified for this home based on the fact that I was making commission at my last job. Like, have you ran the numbers? Can you please run the numbers to make sure that I even still qualify for this home just since we're using my base salary? Now, let me make something clear to you guys, okay? In that video that I posted a few months ago about changing jobs during the NACA process, I told you guys what you needed to do to get your new income to count, okay? That still applies. NACA honored my pay increase. I got a pay increase from leaving my last job to taking this job. I make more money, okay? However, they are not honoring the commission and bonuses because I have not been there for 12 months. So yes, if you are making more money, you can still get NACA to honor that even though you haven't been on the job a full year or whatever, just get a new VOE. So they are honoring my pay increase. They are just not honoring the amount that I have made in bonuses and commissions so far this, the whole year in 2022 that I've been working at this job because I have not been there for 12 months. So he was like, okay, let's just go ahead and send your information to Bank of America and let's see what happened. I'm going to request a change of circumstance for the new job. So he submitted one change of circumstance for the new job. And then I came back again. I was like, well, hey, I'm also paying for all of my options out of pocket. So I only need the loan for, the base amount. Everything else additional that's attached to that, I'm going to be covering that cost. He was like, okay, great. I'm going to submit another change of circumstance to modify the amount. Send me over copies of the cancel checks that you use to pay for your options, and then I'll submit it back over to Bank of America. And so then I wrote him back again last night after hours. I was like, hey, I just remembered that my child support that I get was never calculated into my affordability because it didn't need to. But I also get that. I uploaded my child support verification letter to my condition so we can use that. So he wrote me back this morning. He was like, I think we're going to be fine. I don't think we're going to need to use your child support. So for right now, let's just wait to see what Bank of America has to say. I said, okay, so how long is this going to take and what's going to be the process? So basically, it's going to be just like the underwriting process was when I initially went to Bank App the first time. Like it's going to be underwritten all over again, okay? So if you didn't watch my bank application, what happens when you get submitted to bank app application video, go ahead and check that out. I'll link that up top. But basically, he said they're going to pull my credit report again. They're going to look at all of my debts. They're going to look at all of my savings and checkings account, all of that stuff. And then they're going to look at my new salary and they're going to determine if I still qualify for the loan. He said that he doesn't know how long it's going to take them to get back to me, but he has asked them to review it as soon as possible. Last time I did it, it took about 4 days from the time that they pulled my credit report until they came back with a decision. So I'm hoping that it's going to be quicker than that, considering this is like a make it or break it situation, okay? He also said that he expects everything to be fine. Like when he ran the numbers on his side, he believes that everything will still work. But when I ran the numbers on my side, it's going to be so close. Like I make enough to where my DTI still falls within the 33 and 40%. However, with my student loan payments, even though they're zero right now, they use what your IBR is going to be. That kind of knocks me out of the ratios that I would need to qualify for. So I asked him, I said, okay, can I buy down anymore? Even though I knew inside of myself that I had already brought down the max amount of points, but I'm like, okay, well, maybe since my income now is considered like priority income, maybe I can buy down more since I'm like a priority member now. I'm no longer a non-priority member. And he was like, no, unfortunately, you've already brought down the max amount of money. I think that we will be fine. But, we have to wait to see what Bank of America has to say. So I'm just sitting here, guys. Please send up a prayer. Like I have already terminated my lease. I have been packing up to move out of here. That's probably why you may or may not hear an echo. Like I normally film in my closet. All of my clothes are gone from out of here. So I will be moving out within the next couple of weeks into, a new situation. So I cannot, like, I've taken my child out of school and registered them for the new school district for the upcoming school year where we're moving into the house at. So I have a lot on the line. Like, I cannot afford to lose this house, y'all. So please pray for me. But I'm like, I have got to post this video for my Naca family because they are the only ones that will understand. So I am literally sitting here waiting now for me to get an email saying that my credit has been pulled. I'll know at that time, at least Bank of America is working on my file. But just know that you need to stay diligent, okay? This is why I keep telling you guys to stay diligent. You never know what might happen, okay? Because I have now had to get qualified twice. In the beginning stages, like I got qualified at the ATD and then I ended up needing to get qualified again. I think like maybe last July or so. And then now I'm having to be underwritten by the bank twice to even see if I'm still able to be qualified for the loan. So thank the Lord, I have been continuing to save, continuing to keep my debt down, knocking off, other debts and stuff. So you never know how your situation may shake out. So please continue to follow the strict and stringent NACA rules, saving your surplus, saving your payment shock. I don't anticipate, I'll have any issues as far as my savings patterns or anything like that. It's just I'm worried that my student loans, because my base salary it's like right at the edge of my affordability. And so if they literally calculate those student loans, then I may have to do a little bit of a principal reduction. Thankfully, I do have a little bit saved additionally, just for, something, if something comes up. But this is just so much. Like, I was not expecting this to happen to me yesterday. Like, that was not the news that I was expecting to get from the underwriter when they reached out to me. And he, like I said, it was just like a casual slide in, like, oh, we can't use your commission and bonus. We're only going to be able to use your base salary. And I'm like, okay, you're going to have to like flesh that out a little bit, like provide a little bit more context. Like, you can't just slide that in there and say you went on ahead and sent my file over to the bank to be underwritten. Like, no, let's talk about this, okay? Like, this is my life on the line almost. But anyways, guys, I just needed to share. I just needed to vent. Thank you so much for being with me along the way on this journey. I will keep you guys updated every step of the way, just like I always have been. But let me go ahead now and end it here. I'll go ahead and edit this video and get it published today. So please keep me in prayer. I will keep you in prayer. I hope this video was super helpful. If I forgot anything, I apologize, but you guys know the drill. Let's jump down in the comments and let's talk about it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video because it takes a village. Cheers.